Vice President, Mr. Speaker, members of the Senate, of the House of Representatives, yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy, the United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. The United States was at peace with that nation, and at the solicitation of Japan, was still in conversation with its government and its emperor, looking toward the maintenance of peace in the Pacific. Indeed, 1 hour after Japanese air squadrons had commenced bombing in the American island of Oahu, the Japanese ambassador to the United States and his colleague delivered to our Secretary of State a formal reply to a recent American message. Japan has therefore undertaken a surprise offensive extending throughout the Pacific area. The facts of yesterday and today speak for themselves. No matter how long it may take us to overcome this premeditated invasion, the American people in their righteous might will win through to absolute victory. With confidence in our armed forces, with the unbounding determination of our people, we will gain the inevitable triumph, so help us God.
December 7th, 2017. December 7th, 1941. December 7th, 1941 I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. December 7th, 1941. Have you been out to, and I hate to say I think it is, sometimes I get some stuff wrong, I get going, but it's not a matter of disrespect. I'm your host, BKP. You ever been out to Pearl Harbor? Have you taken a little boat out there, and have you been to the USS Arizona? Have you been out there? I've had an opportunity to do some things. I mean, don't take this wrong this morning, I understand, but I've had an opportunity to do some things in my life that I really have to say I've enjoyed, and they don't surround an amusement park, and not that there's anything wrong with that. I've had an opportunity to go to Pearl Harbor and go out to the USS Arizona, and just remember that all too well. 1941. And now we're in 2017. And the thing about it is this act of aggression on our country, the day the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, we as a nation, with the President of the United States there, Roosevelt, we as a nation made a decision to defeat the Japanese, to defeat communism, to defeat Hitler. We made a decision to push Germany back and defeat them with our European allies. At this time, we used Russia to help. France, our European allies, France. When you think of Great Britain, when you think of December 7th, 1941, you think of the occupation already that the occupied areas that Nazi Germany was already crossing the map. You think of the battles that were already taking place, that Churchill was trying to get us to help in this war. And I don't want to get into historical facts, because when people start fact checking me and thinking I've gotten something wrong, because I'm just going from memory here. But today, we push back communism, and I have to tell you, our country on December 7th, I mean, it's just, the irony is just chilling. It's bone chilling this morning. December 7th, 2017, we face somewhat, because people get upset if you say the same as, we face somewhat the same attack on this country, if not worse. And the casualties are different. The casualty this time is, you know, if you're sitting there and the bombs drop, let's see how I put this. If you sit there and the bombs drop, you know and you're aware of out there, because you're sitting there and instantaneously your life changed. The bombs drop. Either you no longer exist in this world, or you have friends or family or something, but you have a tangible something that you can say, oh my God, and then you have an enemy that you can label immediately. You can label this enemy immediately, and you can say, here's how I want to retaliate against my enemy. I guess that's the thing you're able to visualize and see and grab and hold and taste and feel is the enemy. In 2017, I'm going to say over 50% of America does not understand the enemy within, is nowhere close. Over 50% of Americans today do not understand the attack, the deep state, what it is, how bad this is, how bad the swamp is. We just don't get it. Because you see, we don't have the feel and look and smell and taste of the attack. So we're just not aware that we have a battle we have to fight and we need to do it immediately. And I hate to put it in that context. December 7th, 2017. Impeach him. Off with his head. Impeach him. 58 House rejects Trump's impeachment resolution after Dem Representative Al Green forces a vote. The House of Representatives overwhelmingly rejected an attempt to impeach President Donald Trump after a liberal congressman forced a vote in his effort. Okay? 58 Democrats voting to move ahead. Impeach him. What is the offense? What is the impeachable offense? Uncovering the deep state? Pulling the plug out of the swamp? Keeping campaign promises? Giving back the land to the American people, 2 million acres? Ryan Zieke, the Secretary of Interior in Utah? Returning Jerusalem, recognizing Jerusalem. I may have to have a what's his name, a Marco Rubio moment. Have some water. What's the impeachable offense? But folks, don't forget, in 2018, Nancy Pelosi comes out and condemns this. They don't support the impeaching of the president. Okay, don't forget, this impeachment process, it's actually, you're going to say, this is the lowest level of news you need to bring. No, I just want to remind you, the battle, okay? And truly what their intent is. Their intent is to remove your president of the United States from the White House. They have help from people like Jeff Flake. They have help from from Senator Jeff Flake. They have help from people like Senator John McCain. They have help from people like Mitt Romney. They have Republican help, establishment. If the Republicans get the House on day one, these articles, I'm going to say day one. It might be 2 or 3, okay? Within the week, articles of impeachment. Nancy Pelosi dreams of the day that she could stutter, her eye could twitch, she could stammer, she can't get her sentence, she cannot get the sentence out and say impeach. But she can't wait to take the gavel and slap it down and say the President of the United States, the vote of impeachment is in. To impeach him. However, you better pay attention. December 7th, 2017, of the battle and the attack. The attack that you're living in today. Total attack. Okay, we are on Al Frankenberry watch. We're on Senator Al Frankenberry watch. Okay, there he is. That's our Al Frankenberry watch. We are on Senator Al Frankenberry. Is that spooky little monster is going to make a statement today and possibly resign. His office will not. Go ahead and put Frankenberry's other picture up. I think I sent you a picture of Al Franken, the other one, where he's adjusting the knobs on the TV. Oh no, that's a lady. Okay. So there's Al Franken. He's expected, our Al Frankenberry watch this morning, expected to come to the floor of the Senate and make his historical closing statement, which we will all, the Andrea Mitchells of the world, the Joe Scarboroughs, the Minka, the CNN, I don't even know those people. I couldn't even give you names over there. I won't turn that on. All of them will be sitting there, and they will break this down and how historical is today. Senator Al Franken's about to do probably the most historical thing for women that's ever been done. And women will swoon and say, oh, and thank you, Al. And yes, please go back to Minnesota, to Lake Wabagon with what's his name, and drink some iced tea. And you will be remembered forever for being on the Senate floor and making such a historical speech during what? The age of Roy Moore. Yes, listen to me. You see, Al Frankenberry, that they are setting the standard. You should be in total fear. I know you're like, what the hell? He's scaring the daylights out of me. You should be in total fear this morning. Absolute fear that the Democrats' game plan is to set the standard. Not the real standard that you and I know. The standard that the media is helping them sell. That they're doing the right thing. Conyers has resigned. He will retire. And he will move along and he will donate and pass his legacy on to his son. Which means one thing. He will pile in the DCCC. That's a Democrat Congressional Campaign Committee. They will put Al Frankenberry up. We kind of like that. That's cute. We're on Al Frankenberry watch, okay? They will push money into Conyers' son to get him elected to carry on his legacy. But see, the Democrats are doing the right thing. You see, he's going to leave. And Al Frankenberry's going to leave. Al Franken will leave. Conyers left. It will be during the age of Roy Moore. Okay? So here are some of the comments that were made this morning. All right? Dems have called for the removal of their guys. Pay attention. You don't know how dangerous it is. You're cheering. Al Franken is gone. You're cheering. This is the guy in the diaper on Saturday Night Live. You're cheering. This is the guy that did Saturday Night Weekend Update. Okay? You're cheering because you will never forget the day that this Saturday night clown, buffoon, from Minnesota, made it to the big show and became a senator. You're cheering that Al Franken is in disgrace and he's going to come to the floor and go home. They are cheering because in 2018, they did the right thing. During what? The age of Roy Moore. It's the age of Roy Moore. How in the hell? Why couldn't it be the age of Bill Clinton? Where was that age? Right? No, it's the age of Roy Moore. It's a symbolic gesture. But when it comes in contact with the real world, it'll be the age of Roy Moore. Oh my God. The uncomfortable position that Democrats are in during the age of Roy Moore. The big difference, there's a big difference. They were swooning around the round table this morning. There's a big difference between the rape and violating. You know, some women just love hearing that this morning for them to define. There's a big difference between rape and violating. We needed our due process. You see, Dems are put Mitt Romney's Mitt Romney tweet up from yesterday. Mitt Romney wrote yesterday, Roy Moore in the U.S. Senate would be a stain on the GOP. So what the Dems are doing is they're doing the Romney in reverse, okay? They're turning this tweet around in reverse. See, Roy Moore in the U.S. Senate would be a stain on the GOP. So if Al Frankenberry leaves and Conyers leaves and their guys leave, it won't be a stain on the DNC and on the nation. See, they're doing the right thing. Leah Kaufman and other victims are courageous heroes. Well, the Dems are accepting that Al Franken's accusers and Conyers are heroes. It's the hero effect. Okay? Me too. Hashtag me too. No vote. Here's where they've turned it around. You better wake up. I don't know if you're awake, but you better just shake yourself and wake your rear end up this morning, because right here it's in reverse. No vote. No majority is worth losing our honor. Here's how the Dems write it. Honor, who gives a crap? Honor, who the hell cares? Honor, who gives a damn? We have no honor. No honor. Period. That's losing their honor? Hell, that's gone. No majority? We will have the majority. Integrity? Really? We are going to fake it. Just saying. We're going to fake the honor, integrity, and there's no majority worth losing it. There's no vote worth it. We will lose Al Franken's vote. We will lose Conyers as a great maverick, somebody that cut the way for the Black Caucus, the African American Black Caucus. The leader that established it. You see, nothing on earth is worth it. Mitt Romney said that, and we agree. We're going to do the right thing. In the age of none other than Roy Moore. Interesting. So if Al Franken leaves, Conyers leaves, and who else I forget leaves, then we will then be looking at, and Roy Moore wins, that'll be a stain on the GOP. Folks, did a stain just hit the GOP? Did it? I'm not for sure. Okay? I think there's so many stains on that GOP shirt, there ain't enough OxyClean to get that out. So this will be a stain on the GOP. How come DNC? How come Hillary Clinton? How come Hillary Clinton's campaign and the DNC funneling illegally funds to an attorney to a foreign operative that is against the law in a campaign to write the Trump dossier? That's one hell of a stain. I hear BleachBit. I thought BleachBit would leave one hell of a stain on the Clinton and the DNC. I thought those emails that were released from the DNC where they staged everything, and Donna Brazile gave the questions to Hillary Clinton, I thought that would be a stain on the DNC. I thought Deborah Wasserman Schultz alone was a stain. She looks like a stain on the DNC. The list goes on. I thought the emails with Podesta and all of them rigging the election against Bernie Sanders would be a stain on the DNC. Interesting. But what we find out is the election, the election electing Roy Moore would be a stain on the GOP. But the Democrats are determined to do the right thing. So we're on Al Frankenberry watch. Al Frankenberry. So old Senator Al Frankenberry will be out sometime today, and he'll give a statement, and it'll be historical, and people will go crazy over the statement, and the Democrats will come out and they will make their decision that they did the right thing. So one more time, Sam, before I move on, let's let you know all morning long we will be on Al Frankenberry watch. There he is, Al Frankenberry. Okay. Oh my God. All right. And trust me, women, if you see this coming at you, be careful, because he likes to adjust the knobs. It's like, hey, you coming in? I'm getting channel 4. Look, move the antenna. I got the knobs working. Holy smokes. Anyhow, I better move on. All right. So, what I find enjoyable, and I say that, how do I say that? I find it enjoyable to watch these bozos talk about Donald Trump Jr. and his statements yesterday, and it's okay for him to invoke attorney. It's not okay for him to say it's attorney-client privilege. Most of these lowlifes, like Joe Scarborough and these people, they're attorneys already. They have law degrees. These people at the round tables, they understand attorney-client privilege. But they act like they're in shock that Donald Trump, his son, and their attorneys were on the phone, and they have attorney-client privilege. You have it, but they don't. And they're in shock that Mueller, which should be removed, this goes on and on. Robert Mueller, which should be removed as special counsel, will have no choice but to break them and make them answer these questions. Because although in the justice system in the United States of America, attorney-client privilege prevails for you and I, and they know it, but all of a sudden it is a big deal. Look at what Donald Trump and his son have done. An executive privilege. All of a sudden, they don't understand history, our government, and how it works in executive privilege. Oh, my gosh. All right. Look, there's a lot we're going to talk about today. Do you know the concealed weapon bill that passed the House? Do you know about that? That would make it okay, let's say, if you have a concealed weapon permit and you're allowed to carry a concealed weapon in the state of Georgia. Georgia says, hey, you can carry a concealed weapon. If you cross a state line somewhere and that state, may it be Indiana or wherever, has a concealed weapons permit, you're allowed to have a concealed weapon there. Your concealed weapon permit will transfer across state lines. Have you heard about that? You won't hear about that. We're going to talk about that a little deeper. It is December 7th, 2017. Do you know the government runs out of money tomorrow? And Chuck and Nancy are headed to the White House. Let's put up Chucky the Clown. We haven't put up Chucky the Clown in a long time. Let's just refresh. There he is. Chucky the Clown's headed up to do his act, okay, his clown act at Washington at the White House. Okay, so take Chucky down. We can't see that much longer. Anyhow, they're headed up to talk to the president. All of these great scholars around the round table have forgotten all of the presidential lies concerning moving the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. They are up in arms and concerned about the peace process. Really? So we have a peace process. I mean, I'm not going to tell you how old I am. You can guess out there. But I actually remember when, Jimmy Carter had them over at Camp David shaking hands, or whatever they do, trading turbans or whatever the hell they did, back then, okay, at Camp David. All right, I remember that very well. Yeah, okay, so the Saudis don't care, folks. They don't care. The Middle East is not in an uproar. We'll talk about that a little later. Okay, yes, Trump did. He kept a campaign promise. But we are living in the age of Roy Moore. This is happening all during the age of Roy Moore. And thank God all these women came out and had the courage to do so. I'm your host, BKP. It's 8:26. It is 12/7/2017, and it will 12/7/1941, the attack on Pearl Harbor. And I just could not watch that this morning and listening to that speech without thinking about the attack on this country that we're not aware of. Over 50% of the country is not even aware of the attack that we live under. Time to fund the government, but it's also time to fund your counties and cities. I want to talk about that just a minute, okay, when we come back. Also, we're going to play today. You listen to that. We're going to play a Winston Churchill clip. It's just that kind of day, okay? We had to play Roosevelt, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Why the hell do I know these names? Okay, so we had to play FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and now we have to play, in a little bit, we're going to play Churchill, okay? We're going to come back with that. I'm your host, BKB. We haven't told them how to get in touch with the show. 706-889-9700. That's how you get in touch with the show, 706-889-9700. You can email me at chief@fetchernews.com. That's chief@fetchernews.com. You can follow us on Twitter @FetcherNews, @FYNTV. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go to FYNTV Fetcher News on YouTube. Subscribe, and you'll get a notice anytime we're live or anytime we post something. And also tomorrow, just a little programming note, we will be at Circuit World in Blue Ridge. Don't forget. We'll pan the room so you can see the great selection they have, but everything at all 5 of their locations. Let's see from memory if I can get this right. Franklin, Murphy, okay, Franklin, North Carolina, Murphy, North Carolina, Blairsville, Georgia. Blairsville, Georgia is 3. Blue Ridge, Georgia is 4, and 5 is East LJ. But all furniture on the floor. All furniture in stock in their stores, 6 months, same as cash. We will be at Circuit World in Blue Ridge tomorrow. We will have our Ask the Doc, Pet of the Week, All-Star Panel. And what else will we have? It's Festivus for the rest of us. We'll have the airing of the grievances with the All-Star Panel. The All-Star Panel will have their weekly airing of the grievances. And we got a lot of problems with you people out there. Take us to break, Sam.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Papa's Pizza to Go in downtown Blue Ridge is the best in the area all-you-can-eat buffet. Call ahead or order online now at papaspizzatogo.com. Use our convenient pickup window for the best in pizza, subs, wings, breadsticks, salads, and more. And be sure to check out our lively game room. We serve lunch and dinner, catering available, take out or dine in. Papa's Pizza to Go in Blue Ridge, proud sponsors of the Fannin County Rebels.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Broken Bull, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing, is locally owned and operated. Our Simply Noel selection is the largest around. We have a great selection of unique clothing and several lines to choose from for men and women. We carry a beautiful variety of handmade jewelry from Blessed Be and others. All kinds of gifts, starting to carry shoes this fall as well. Come visit us on your next trip to Blue Ridge. We can't wait to meet you at Broken Bull, located in downtown Blue Ridge.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia: LJ, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, there's something I want to cover with you. Again, I'm telling you tomorrow, I'm preparing. I started preparing earlier in the week. So Sam told me, let me tell you how some things work around here. Okay, to her credit, not Rose's, Sam's. Okay, Rose, I'm still trying to get her to pay attention. But to her credit, Sam tells me everything going on. As she comes in and she says, oh, on this day we have to do this, and on this day we have to do that, and this is happening. To her credit, she does that. She keeps your host well informed of what's going on. But I don't let it sink in. I don't. And then it gets closer to whatever it is that's happening, right? And then she says, I'm reminding you, I told you, this is happening, that's happening. Okay. Well, it just sunk in yesterday. Now, she told me this for 2 weeks, and probably I've known it for a month, but she just told me yesterday, reminded me, or it sunk in. Lonnie's doing the show tomorrow. It just hit me yesterday. It's like, oh my God, Lonnie's doing the show. Sam has some things she has to take care of, so Lonnie will be with us at Circuit World tomorrow. It's okay. I mean, how did that sound? That didn't sound very nice, did it? That didn't sound very nice, but that's okay. But Lonnie will be there tomorrow at Circuit World with us. Ask the Doc, 8:15 with Dr. William Whaley. Dr. William Whaley, if you ever have a question for our Ask the Doc segment, you send that to info, I-N-F-O, info at fetchernews.com. Put in the subject. Always put in the subject, Ask the Doc. We will get that question to Dr. Whaley and see if we can't get it answered on the show. Or I do know this, Dr. Whaley returns emails on all questions to anybody that sends one. So that's tomorrow. And then our all-star panel, that starts about 9 o'clock, or about 8:45, anywhere between 8:45 and around 9 o'clock. Our all-star panel takes off. And that's where we just take the whole week of... I'm hard-pressed to call it news anymore. That's where we take the entire week of theatrical stunts in an effort to take down our country, and we push those all together, and we discuss what was the, what should get an Emmy for the biggest lie from the networks that week. That was pretty good. I didn't even use the word news once. All right, so that's our all-star panel. If you would ever like to be on the all-star panel, okay, you get in touch with us at info. Just put all-star panel. I'd like to be on the all-star panel. Now, how do I put it? The all-star panel doesn't have room for Juan Williams. Okay? So if you're out there and you see things the way Juan Williams sees things, it wouldn't be all-star anymore. It'd be a panel. Just say it. All right? So if you want to be part of the all-star panel, there's a reason they're all-stars. So we don't let any minor league players on the team, okay? No Bush League here. That being said. But now if you have the views of the Juan Williams of the world, if you have the views of the little Chrissy Hayes, or if you like your Rachel Maddow at 8, all right, then I would like to do a counterbalance chair. I would like to do a show where you and I discuss, maybe in a passionate way, our differences. Just saying. That also, send that to me at info. Say, look, BKP, I like to get an opportunity live on the air to tell you you're crazy as hell, you should go to hell, and then I would like to get an opportunity to say that back to you. If you want to get involved in that, let me know. Okay, so moving right along, President Donald Trump, okay, let's put up the picture of peace. Okay. Now, I have a picture. It's just called peace. There you go. It's President Bill Clinton. All right. And that's Yasser Arafat. You remember the good old days when we would not accept letting a terrorist into this country? We would not issue a visa for entry to a terrorist. And that was a little Palestinian terrorist at Yasser Arafat, whatever. Aeroflot, that's Russian Airlines, right? Well, there's a little Yasser. I like to call him not Yasser, Asser. That's a little Asser Palestinian Hamas / terrorist. Bill Clinton said, come on over. I think we can work something out with the Jewish guy to my right. That'd be Bill's right. Okay? So, that's a good picture for a, nah, you better not. So anyhow, this is my understanding. This picture is in 1993. 1993. Pay attention to that. So yesterday, President Donald Trump kept a campaign promise. All right? And he kept the campaign promise, and this is the Oslo Accords. The Oslo Accords, see, they're sitting around the table, okay? The media is creating an uprising, an uproar, a crisis in the Middle East that doesn't exist. The media is creating a crisis that doesn't exist. Really, let's go quickly to this one picture. Let's move to MSNBC, Sam. It says Jerusalem. Okay, this is on all kinds of networks. All right, Ramallah, West Bank. They're on the West Bank, right? And here is a group of, they always know, at Gaza City, all right, in Gaza on the Strip. There's a group of Hamas. There's a group of these people that know that MSNBC and the liberal media is waiting to video them burn a flag. So they get the gallon of gas, they douse a Jewish American flag, and they light it, and Jerusalem, here's the caption on the bottom, Trump's Jerusalem decision received near universal condemnation. The condemnation in the universal some Theresa May, the Prime Minister of Great Britain, said, Theresa May came out and said, you know what? I think it will hurt the peace process. I think it will hurt the peace process. What peace process? Where have we gotten? How'd that work out for you? All right? But no, our liberal media wants you to believe what happened yesterday. I told you this morning, on December 7th, 2017, you have an attack. The media is trying to create a crisis, a Middle East crisis. It's going to go up in flames. And this is what it looked like. It's doing that on CNN, all of the networks. Oh my God, our allies. Our allies. Well, damn it, December 7th, 1941, those damn allies needed us. So, this is what NBC tried to put together. They are trying to create a crisis that does not exist, okay? Getting back to that, the Oslo Accords, okay? The Oslo Accords are a set of agreements between the government of Israel and the Palestine Liberation Organization, the PLO. Remember the PLO, the blast from the past, okay, with Yasser Arafat? Put Clinton and Arafat and the Jewish guy back up, okay? The Oslo Accord signed in December of 1993, okay? Signed in December of 1993. Put Clinton, I forget the picture I just had, put Clinton and the Palestinian and the Jewish guy back up, okay? There you go. Yasser, the PLO. It was signed in Washington, D.C. 1993. The Oslo II Accord signed in Egypt in 1995. The Oslo Accords marked the start of the Oslo process, a peace process aimed at achieving peace treaty based on United Nations Security Council Resolution 242, 238, the right of the Palestinian people self-determining their future, the Palestinian state, recognition by the PLO of the State of Israel, and recognition of Israel of the PLO as the representative of the Palestinian people. Okay? Now, the Oslo Accords, there's a reason we're reading this. 1993, the Oslo Accords created a Palestinian Authority tasked with limited self-government of part of the West Bank and Gaza Strip. Okay, why are we discussing that? In 1995, okay, 1995, Sam, let's play President Donald Trump, I forget the name of it, yesterday returning Jerusalem or announcing Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. It's a video. Full speech. It says full speech. President Trump declares Jerusalem. Okay, could you look through your email because it shows sent? Just do me a favor. And it says full speech. It says President Trump declares Jerusalem as capital of Israel. and see if I have it in there, because I show it as sent if it's not something, because I want there's a reason in 1993. Do I need to send that back? Okay, here it's coming to you. All right. Now, when she gets this ready, give me a heads up when you get this ready, okay? And so, anyhow, the Oslo Accords is 1993. Is the reason I bring this up. All right. Now, yesterday, President Donald Trump put, okay. Yesterday, President Donald Trump put, made the speech and made Jerusalem the capital. We recognized it as the capital, okay? And did it come through this time? Okay, did you get any of the other videos I sent you? Who am I sending this to? All right. Try that again. See if that comes through. Because I want to play that. Let's take a brief break. Let's take a brief break because I want to play that because I'm putting this together for the Jerusalem thing. So let's take a brief break.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Better days ahead.
You know what time it is? Model year-end closeout time at Days Chevy in Jasper, with huge savings on every 2017 Chevy in stock, like over $6,500 off on Malibu, just $17,900, or save a payload on Silverado Double and Crew Cabs, starting from just $31,800. The discounts are big, and the time is now during the model year-end closeout. Hurry to Days Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Be sure to check out New Blue Home and Gift, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Find us on Twitter at New Blue Home. Everything beautiful for your home or a special gift can be found at New Blue Home and Gift. Call us today at 706-455-3873 or visit us at 531 East Main Street, Suite 103 in downtown Blue Ridge.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Elijah next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Elijah next to Walmart.
Kinty Artesian Silver and Gifts, the Peruvian shop, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Fine sterling silver, luxurious baby alpaca and exotic woods. A beautiful selection of exquisitely crafted gifts for all of your special occasions. Visit our website, artesiansilvergifts.com, or follow us on Twitter at artesiansilvergifts. Kinty Artesian Silver and Gifts, the Peruvian shop in downtown Blue Ridge.
Okay, sorry about that, folks, but we got it all together now. But the reason I'm your host, BKP, the reason I was talking about the 1993 Oslo Accords, okay, where PLO, which Yasser Arafat, the terrorist, we let in here, and recognized, Israel then recognized, okay, this is all about recognizing. Israel recognized the Palestinian people, okay, their right to exist. PLO, Palestinian people, recognized Israel's right to exist. You have to understand in this whole thing that there's the Palestinians, the Syrians. I mean, there's people that do not. Okay, Damascus. Syria has always come over. Those den of thieves in Damascus, those evil people, they've always funded the Hamas. Everybody's funded Hamas, okay, over there in Palestine. Or Palestinians, wherever the hell, I'm losing my train of thought here, but they have always funded them. But they do not want Israel to exist. Don't make that mistake and think they do. And most of the world does not want, no matter what they tell you, Israel to exist as a state. So that being said, the President of the United States, they recognized in 1993. Let's play this video yesterday, the President of the United States making the announcement, about 2 minutes.
Thank you. When I came into office, I promised to look at the world's challenges with open eyes and very fresh thinking. We cannot solve our problems by making the same failed assumptions and repeating the same failed strategies of the past. Old challenges demand new approaches. My announcement today marks the beginning of a new approach to conflict between Israel and the Palestinians. In 1995, Congress adopted the Jerusalem Embassy Act, urging the federal government to relocate the American embassy to Jerusalem and to recognize that that city, and so importantly, is Israel's capital. This act passed Congress by an overwhelming bipartisan majority and was reaffirmed by a unanimous vote of the Senate only 6 months ago. Yet for over 20 years, every previous American president has exercised the law's waiver, refusing to move the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem or to recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital city. Presidents issued these waivers under the belief that delaying the recognition of Jerusalem would advance the cause of peace. Some say they lacked courage, but they made their best judgment based on facts as they understood them at the time. Nevertheless, the record is in. After more than 2 decades of waivers, we are no closer to a lasting peace agreement between Israel and the Palestinians. It would be folly to assume that repeating the exact same formula would now produce a different or better result. Therefore, I have determined that it is time to officially recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. While previous presidents have made this a major campaign promise, they failed to deliver. Today, I am delivering. I've judged this course of action to be in the best interests of the United States of America and the pursuit of peace between Israel and the Palestinians. This is a long overdue step to advance.
Okay, folks. Today I'm delivering. President of the United States, today I'm delivering, okay? I'm delivering my campaign promise to the American people. I'm delivering the promise that has been made since 1995. Now, the point I want to get to is the Jerusalem Embassy Act of 1995. Now, remember, the terrorist, the PLO, he was over here shaking hands with Clinton, you know, in 93. 93. Okay? It was 1995, the Oslo Accords. You need to look at the timing here, okay? The Jerusalem Embassy Act of 1995 is a public law of the United States, law of the United States passed by the 104th Congress on October 23rd, 1995. It was passed for the purpose of initiating the funding, the relocation of the Embassy of the United States in Israel from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, no later than May 31st, 1999. And attempted to withhold 50% of the funds appropriated to the State Department, especially for the acquisition to maintain the building abroad and allocate it as allocated in fiscal year 1999, until the United States Embassy in Jerusalem had been officially opened. The act also called for Jerusalem to remain an undivided city. Listen to me. Remain an undivided city. This is what this act called for. You see, that's the thing. They want to divide the city. Now, the country of Israel provides all of the infrastructure, all of the security, everything for Jerusalem, okay? This act in 1995, you, the hypocrites on MSNBC, the hypocrites everywhere. Let's see, who was president in 1995? Can I remember? Let's see. Trump. Let's see. Reagan, 80 to 88. 88 to 92. Was Clinton president? Was Bill Clinton president of the United States when this went through? 50% of the funding appropriated to the acquisition of the fiscal year 1999. The act also called for Jerusalem to remain an undivided city and for it to be recognized as the capital of the state of Israel. Israel's declared capital is Jerusalem. This is not internationally recognized. Pending final status talks in Israel-Palestine conflict, the proposed law was adopted by the Senate. Pay attention. They are creating a crisis that does not exist. It doesn't matter what damn thing the President of the United States does today. It doesn't matter. There's not a damn thing this guy does that they don't overblow and create a world crisis where our allies are turning against us, where the world is going to end, where they find 5 whack job Palestinians to hold a flag with fire. Oh my God, what the hell? Maybe there's going to be a video soon and we need to lock down the embassies. I don't know, was it Benghazi? Oh my God. Anyhow, the proposed law was adopted by the Senate 93 to 5. 93 to 5. And the House by 374 to 37. Senate 93 to 5. Okay. And the House 374 to 37. Despite passage, the law remained unimplemented by President Clinton, President Bush, President Obama. Let me ask you, you see, the next time, this is where I get in a lot of trouble. The next time, pay attention out there. Rose, you need to pay attention. Sam, you need to pay attention. Something tells me you may need to use this one day. The next time law enforcement, which we support here, okay, we support law enforcement here, but the next time you may be traveling, you know, a little too fast, or they think you did not stop or come to that full stop, and they pull you over, just say nicely, officer, there are laws on the books. There are actually laws on the books that you can make a decision whether you enforce them or not. Hey, I've seen guys like Bill Clinton, George Bush, and Barack Obama. I've seen laws in this country they never enforced. You can do the same. How about giving it to me for a Christmas gift? The passage was unimplemented by President Clinton, Bush, and Obama, who viewed it as a congressional infringement on the executive branch's constitutional authority over foreign policy. They consistently claimed the presidential waiver on the national security interest. President Donald Trump signed the waiver in June of 2017 before announcing the recognition of Jerusalem in December, that was yesterday, and beginning the relocation of the embassy. Look at that. It is very nice to read that paragraph and see the failures. Clinton, the failures, Bush, the failures, Obama, and the actual president that implements, it says Jerusalem is the undivided capital. 93-5, 374-37. Now, here is how I enjoyed it being explained on MSNBC. They put a guy up. They find these people and call them Republicans. And this guy, I forget his name this morning, okay? But he's supposedly some kind of Republican guru that was on the John McCain, okay? John McCain campaign. So this is what was said. I really took notice of this because this was interesting. Why did Bill Clinton campaign on this? This is the quote. Why did Bill Clinton campaign on this? Why did George Bush, W. Bush campaign on this? Why did Barack Obama claim this and campaign? Why did they? Because there's audio, video, and articles where all three of those failed presidents on this matter told you, the American people, they were going to do it. All three said, if president, I will do this. All three said, I promise this will happen. Why? What happened? Here's what was said by this guy, some Republican guy, John McCain. He says this on MSNBC. What they did, it was a symbolic gesture. Translated, a campaign lie. This is the quote, symbolic gesture. But when they came in contact with the real world, that sentence I want you to remember every single day. That when a candidate stands up, it is a symbolic gesture. But when they come in contact with the real world. Now, this came from a Republican. Let me tell you what I say all too often that a lot of my Republican friends do not like. It's not Republicans are doing this great job. It's just Republicans told us a better lie. Republicans made more symbolic gestures to you and I. They campaigned on more symbolic gestures. This was a quote. They made a symbolic gesture when they said we will repeal Obamacare. They quite often make symbolic gestures. But when they come in contact with the real people in charge, the deep state, the establishment, the swamp, that's when it changes. So I'm going to leave you with that quote. What Obama, George Bush, and Bill Clinton did, the campaign lie, was a symbolic gesture. But when they come in contact with the real world, guess what? That's proof today that what Trump said on the campaign trail, they were not symbolic gestures. And it wasn't when Trump came in contact with the swamp, he took it head on. And I will explain what the media wants you to believe, and we're going to go further into the Jerusalem embassy. I'm going to go and take a brief break, And today we have our real estate segment. We have a real estate segment every Thursday, every other Thursday, I think it is. But we have a segment this morning, and I'm going to sit down with Century 21 Alicia Edwards for a couple minutes to talk about real estate. And so you stay with me, and then we're going to come back later in the morning and talk about the rest of this and all of this going on. The government runs out of money. There's so many things happening, okay? So we'll be back right after this brief interview with Alicia Edwards.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Papa's Pizza to Go in downtown Blue Ridge is the best in the area all-you-can-eat buffet. Call ahead or order online now at papaspizzatogo.com. Use our convenient pickup window for the best in pizza, subs, wings, breadsticks, salads, and more. And be sure to check out our lively game room. We serve lunch and dinner, catering available, take out or dine in. Papa's Pizza to Go in Blue Ridge, proud sponsors of the Fannin County Rebels.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hey, and we're back, and it's time for our segment of the week with Alicia Edwards from Century 21 in the Mountains. And Alicia, how are you?
I am great, Brian. How are you?
Well, today, every week when we get together, we try to talk about different things that will increase the value or help sell your home. Mm-hmm. And a couple things we're talking about today is some small remodeling projects. Mm-hmm. Because if you're out there and you're getting ready to sell your home and you're wondering what are the areas I should remodel or work on that will get the most traffic or sell the fastest or the best return. That's what you're looking for, the best return. Yes. And so we're looking at a couple home remodeling projects you can do with top dollar return. That's how you have that written down. You say upgrade landscaping. Why is that important?
Well, it's the first thing that you see when you pull up to the house is the curb appeal. And you are sure to get a full return on your investment planting some flower and shrubberies so that it's green in the wintertime and blooms in the spring and summertime or fall. The big planters, like the 6x2 planters that you see kind of on the fronts of houses or beside the doors, you can make it to where it fits your house because they make them in different shapes and sizes and colors and such. Flagstone walkways. It's curb appeal. Well,
it's that first impression. You're pulling up to see the house. Mm-hmm. You want that first impression. You want that, oh, I like this. Let's go inside.
Right.
How about this? New roof. And at what point is the new roof? I mean, if I have a 30-year roof and I'm trying to sell my house and it's 22 years old or whatever, or if it's right at the 30-year point. Why a new roof? Why do you say that?
Well, the new roof for a couple of reasons. Because you want to protect your investment, because ultimately your house is usually one of your biggest investments, and you want to protect your investment. If you have sunlight peeking through your attic, or you're running to go get the buckets when it starts to rain, you have water spots on there, then it's not only protecting your roof, but you're protecting your entire house. And when buyers come in to look to purchase their house, on a seller's disclosure statement, it talks about the roof. So the last thing that you want is someone to come in with a, oh, I love this house, but the roof is 20 years old. It's very
So there is a
important.
point where the buyer may say, I love the home, but I can see we're going to have to put a new roof on.
Absolutely.
And sometimes they want to negotiate that.
Yes,
they
do.
So we're talking about top dollar returns on remodeling projects you can do if you're wanting to sell your house. Why do you have down hardwood floors?
Hardwood floors are timeless. They older homes, typically they have the hardwood floors underneath the carpets like you see on the renovation shows. They pull up the carpets and it's like Christmas. Like, oh.
Yeah, I watch that and I pull up the carpet and I say to myself, wow, I'm amazed. Why would you have carpet over this?
Fads.
Right.
Hardwood floors, you do have to keep up with them. But some people like that carpet and they just vacuum right over it or whatever. I don't know. But hardwood floors are timeless. So if you have original hardwood floors, you're looking at about $2,500, depending on the space, to refinish them. You're going to get like 106% return on that investment. And then to put new hardwoods in, maybe about $5,000, $4,000 or $5,000, it just depends on the space, and you're going to get every single penny of that back. People look for those.
Okay, let's move right along. Insulation. That is a big one that buyers are looking at nowadays. It's how energy efficient is your house. So that is an upgrade that you recommend, insulation?
Yeah, usually we are out of sight, out of mind. So we don't think about the insulation or how important it is until it's frigid in our house and we have the heat cranked up. So we get those high energy bills, but we're still freezing at nighttime and we're sleeping with our coats on. Or it's like it's super hot in the summertime, and it's because your house is not properly insulated. It's a great...
So insulation, and I do know that energy efficiency, your buyers today, that is, maybe 20 years ago it wasn't a big question, but it has moved way up the list of how well is this house insulated, energy efficiency at whole. You go on to say garage doors, new garage doors.
Yes. It's kind of keeping up with your house. So even if you don't want to purchase new garage doors, you can paint them, and it goes along with the curb appeal. Like when you pull up, you don't want to see some ratty old garage door or the ones that have the windows in them and they're kind of foggy looking or dirty or whatever. You update those garage doors, and it goes right along with the curb appeal and keeping up the maintenance of your house.
Vinyl siding. Why? You have a question mark. Why? And the return on the investment. Why vinyl siding?
Vinyl siding is super low maintenance. Don't have to worry about painting it. You can have it any color that you want. It's easy to replace. And you can just pressure wash it off without tearing the paint off.
So if you have maybe an older home or a home with wood shingles or anything on the outside, and you say, or you want to do a facelift, vinyl siding is the way to go. It's energy efficient, it's clean, it's easy to maintain, and it's not a highly expensive remodeling project you can do.
And you're going to get probably about 85-90% return on that investment.
Well, folks, those are 7 great remodeling projects that I know have a great return on investment that you may want to look at if you're selling your home. But today, before we go, you have a house that you're featuring at 198 Parity Circle in Akusawati. Do we have pictures of 198 Parity Lane? Oh, that's a beautiful home. Tell us a little bit about this house that you're featuring today.
Well, this home is chock full of surprises. You see it on the outside, it just looks like your typical log cabin, and on the inside, it is tongue and groove and wood floors. It is a beautiful home. It's hardly been lived in, even though it's been the same owners. It's hardly been lived in. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, new deck off of the back. Decking is important when you have a house. Entertainment space. Here in Georgia, we're able to live outside 9 to 10 months out of the year, where we can enjoy cooking outside or entertaining outside. And this house is just in excellent condition. It was built incredibly well.
So, folks, that's 198 Parity Circle in the Coosawanee. And if you'd like more information on that, you contact Alicia Edwards, Century 21 in the Mountains. That is a beautiful home. And I think today a lot of people come into the mountains. They want decks. They want to be outside. They don't want to be inside all the time. Mm-hmm. So they like decks. And they also, I did notice when we were looking at the pictures that when you open the door, it is just like surprising. It's very beautiful. The outside looks great, but it's like when you walk in the door, wow, this is a great property. Mm-hmm. Alicia, tell everybody how they can get in touch with you and the information that they need to contact you.
Well, you can find me at aliciaedwardsrealtor.com. My phone number is 678-622-0302, or you can always shoot me an email, and it's right there on the screen.
So if you're looking for someone to handle selling your house, or you want to list your house, you're interested in that, right?
Absolutely. I want to be your realtor.
Alicia, I appreciate these little points and these little great tips that we bring in from time to time when we do our segments. I wish you very well. Thank you very much. And again, 7 great remodeling home projects, top dollar return if you're looking to sell your house. Upgrading landscape, new roof, hardwood floors, deck, insulation, new garage doors, and vinyl siding are just some of the projects you can do for remodeling. Great return if you're trying to sell. And if you are, contact Alicia Edwards today. Thank you again. We'll be back right after these messages.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Broken Bowl, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing, is locally owned and operated. Our Simply Noel selection is the largest around. We have a great selection of unique clothing and several lines to choose from for men and women. We carry a beautiful variety of handmade jewelry from Blessed Be and others. All kinds of gifts, starting to carry shoes this fall as well. Come visit us on your next trip to Blue Ridge. We can't wait to meet you at Broken Bowl, located in downtown Blue Ridge.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia: Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
And we're back, folks. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. We are trying to clear up, if I'm able to do that, we are trying to clear up whatever is being put out concerning moving the or recognizing Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. We did that in 1995 overwhelmingly in the Senate and the House. We know Clinton, Bush, and Obama failed and lied that they would uphold that law. And in 1993, we had the Oslo Accords. Now, the Temple Mount, put the picture up that says the Temple Mount. We are too deep into this. This is way too deep into this to explain. But this is the issue. This is the issue for evangelicals. They're going to rebuild the great temple. the King David's temple, okay? This is the issue for Muslims, okay? Christians and Muslims. This is the issue. The Temple Mount. The Mount of House of God, the temple, okay? Known to Muslims, and I can't pronounce that, okay, what it is. The hill is located in the old city of Jerusalem, which is the most important religious sites in the world, okay? Judaism, the holy site for thousands of years by Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. The present site, right now, what you're looking at, is dominated by three monumental structures from the early period. Let's see, the Dome of the Rock. The Dome of the Rock. So this is a mosque, the Dome of the Rock, very like the third most sacred Islamic Muslim site, religious site. That's right there, the Temple Mount. I'm telling you right there, that is the fight. Now, why should we accept a Palestinian state that allows Hamas to run it? Okay? Hamas is a Palestinian Sunni Islamic fundamentalist group. It's a Palestinian Sunni fundamentalist group, okay? It is a social service wing. In the military wing, it has been the de facto government authority of the Gaza Strip since it took over in the area in 2007. Okay? During the period, it's fought several wars with Israel. If you thought for 1 minute the rockets they fire from Gaza, the terrorists in Gaza, why in the world is there not outcry by the world when Hamas and the terrorists kill innocent kids in Israel and attack Israel? Why? There's nowhere near the outrage. Today, they are lying to you and fabricating this Middle East crisis that President Trump has created. All right? Now, they're telling you today, the media, that this is a payback to Sheldon Adelson. Sheldon Adelson, a big supporter of President Donald Trump during the election, Jewish guy, okay? And this is just in time. Trump did this just in time. It's July 7th for Alabama, because evangelicals, this is how sick these people are, is the president's actions will kill people. This is what's being said. All right? They wanted to get this out before the Alabama election next Tuesday. All right? Andrea Mitchell said, alerts to our embassy. There has been nothing. There has not been alerts to our embassy and consulates and to our military facilities like this since 2003, the eve of the Iraqi war. I bet you when it comes to consulates and embassies and our ambassador Stevens in Benghazi, I bet September 11, 2012, when they were begging for help. What happens when you do something that may have worldwide implications or may have an effect, a negative effect that you have to prepare for? You let your embassies know in advance. All of your embassies in the United States, in the world, and consulates, all of them have a military presence, okay, for security reasons. except if you're in Benghazi, and you tell them in Benghazi don't to wear the uniforms because you don't want to offend the locals, and you're not allowed to return fire, or so, I don't remember, right? But you tell them military facilities around the world prepare, there's a level, consulates, embassies, when you're doing something. And Andrea Mitchell comes on MSNBC and said, alerts to embassies and consulates to military. We've nothing that like this since 2003. Nothing since the eve of the Iraqi war. What about September 11, 2012, when we had intel about Benghazi, when we had Ambassador Stevens begging for security, backup, help? You missed that one, Andrea Mitchell, right? I will guarantee you, there's three major things happening here, folks. It is the globalist, it's our Department of Justice, our FBI, the deep state. All right? Here's the bottom line. All right? Watch Trump's presidency. Stay with me on this. I will guarantee you, as soon as the information is released, and somebody like Judicial Watch, somebody out there, as soon as the information is released, okay, or declassified, or however they can do it, you will find out that Trump did not go yesterday and sign this recognition of Jerusalem, and not go yesterday and make this statement without our embassies, okay, without our consulates and our military facilities being on alert and being prepared. Watch and see. It happened. Now pay attention to three things. The Department of Justice, Eric Holder, Loretta Lynch. Pay attention to three things. Department of Justice, Eric Holder, Loretta Lynch, Barack Obama. Okay? Next up, the FBI, James Comey, right? James Comey, Robert Mueller, McCabe. Remember McCabe's wife got all the money from what's his name there, and Terry McAuliffe in Virginia, $800,000 for a state Senate campaign. Okay, Andy McCabe. Okay, this guy Strzok, Peter Strzok, FBI. Comey, all right, State Department, Hillary Clinton, John Kerry, State Department. Ready? Ready? Department of Justice, Loretta Lynch, Eric Holder, FBI, Comey, Mueller, okay, State Department, Hillary Clinton, John Kerry. That's right. When it comes to Israel and Jerusalem and the things that have happened around this world, State Department, big problem. We need to clean out the State Department. Okay? Rex Tillerson maybe has been trimming it up. Maybe he is leaving. But Donald Trump has taken on the State Department. Taken them on. Donald Trump has taken on the FBI. Donald Trump has taken on the Department of Justice. He will. He's taking them on. Will you believe me or not, he's taking them all on. He is pulling the plug on that swamp. Saudis don't care, folks. Saudis do not care. They are trying to create, the media is trying to create, they're going to show you burning flags, okay? Now, the media does not care about the poor people out there in California, all right? MSNBC could have opened up the show this morning with 20 minutes of what's going on in California with those poor people out there and those terrible fires, okay? But no, they will find you, CNN, ABC, NBC, CBS, they're all going to find you flags burning across the United States. They're going to find you leaders that condemn Donald Trump, okay? Put up... They're showing on the deep state this morning, allies breaking with Trump. Put that picture up. I think I have it. Allies breaking with Trump is the name of it. Okay? Allies breaking with Trump. Trump's anti-Muslim retweets, Prime Minister Theresa May. Okay? Trump's immigration ban, Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau. Okay? U.S. worldwide leadership, Chancellor Merkel, okay? Paris Climate Accord, President Macron. You gotta say it like that. Macron. President Macron of France, right? Trump's border wall, the Mexican government. The list goes on. Trump breaking with our allies. We don't give a damn. You understand? So let me tell you, the Muslim ban, anti-trip, Muslim retweet, Prime Minister May, maybe you ought to worry about ISIS issuing and finding out that they want to kill you. Did anybody read that recently? That ISIS said they have a plan and a plot to take out Theresa May? Oh, I bet you're all upset over Trump's retweets, okay? Trump's immigration ban, Canada, Prime Minister Trudeau. Well, guess what? You know, stay north, you hoser, okay? I don't give a crap what you think. The Supreme Court of the United States says, you know what? Trump had the right to do it. List goes on. Border wall, stay across your own damn country's line. Now, if you want to come in here, go through it the proper channels. So anyhow, that's what they're trying to pull off in the deep state. I'm telling you this morning, I just want you to remember. Let me go over. Just in time for Alabama. This is just in time for Alabama, they're trying to tell you. And this was Vice President Mike Pence was behind this, and it's pleasing to the evangelical base. A complete lack of consideration. They don't know history in the president's Trump. They don't know history. I don't know it. He has no understanding of how the world works. It's a symbolic gesture. But when you come in contact with the real world, you see, symbolic gesture, campaign lie. And when you come in contact with the deep state, they like to change your mind, but not President Donald Trump. Take us a break. We come back. I got some stories I want to close up with. Have you heard Grassley on the floor? We'll come back with that.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Better days ahead.
You know what time it is? Model year-end closeout time at Days Chevy in Jasper, with huge savings on every 2017 Chevy in stock, like over $6,500 off on Malibu, just $17,900, or save a payload on Silverado Double and Crew Cabs, starting from just $31,800. The discounts are big, and the time is now during the model year-end closeout. Hurry to Days Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Be sure to check out New Blue Home and Gift, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Find us on Twitter at New Blue Home. Everything beautiful for your home or a special gift can be found at New Blue Home and Gift. Call us today at 706-455-3873 or visit us at 531 East Main Street, Suite 103 in downtown Blue Ridge.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Kenty Artesian Silver and Gifts, the Peruvian shop, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Fine sterling silver, luxurious baby alpaca and exotic woods. A beautiful selection of exquisitely crafted gifts for all of your special occasions. Visit our website, artesiansilvergifts.com, or follow us on Twitter at Artesian Silver Gifts. Kenty Artesian Silver and Gifts, the Peruvian shop in downtown Blue Ridge.
And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I like to go through the several people news feeds while I'm on break. David Perdue shared a Georgia Republican Party post. 860 regulations eliminated. Consumer confidence at a 17-year high, 60% decrease in illegal border crossings. Now we're on the verge of cutting taxes for working Americans and becoming more competitive globally. This has been a year of accomplishments. That came from the Georgia Republican Party, put that out, and Senator David Perdue shared it. Now, yesterday, Chuck Grassley, sometimes I'm not a big Chuck Grassley fan, but an angry Senator Chuck Grassley lashes out at the FBI, Department of Justice, in a fiery Senate floor speech. You got to add State Department. Now, he didn't lash out. You got to add State Department. Senator Chuck Grassley, Republican of Iowa, blasted the FBI and Senate Democrats on Wednesday for their willingness to fairly investigate Hillary, their unwillingness to fairly investigate Hillary Clinton and the Obama administration, stating that the Democrats on the committee he oversees only want to talk about President Trump. So let's play just a couple minutes of Grassley's comments before we close today.
To the firing of the FBI director. I have been trying to explain this to my Democratic colleagues for months. The political reality is that half of the country thinks that our law enforcement establishment gave Hillary Clinton and her aides a pass. These questions go to the heart of the integrity of our federal law enforcement and justice system. They are not going to go away just because Clinton lost the election. The independent inspector general at the Justice Department certainly isn't ignoring that issue. Democrats and Republicans in Congress have asked the inspector general to look into a host of issues involving the handling of the Clinton investigation during the campaign. His hard work has already uncovered some pretty disturbing information. Over the past week, the press has reported that an FBI agent was removed from the special counsel's team and demoted at the FBI due to, what do you think, political bias. The agent was at the very center of both of these high-profile investigations. High-ranking FBI agent Peter Strzok reportedly used his work phone to send anti-Trump and pro-Clinton text messages to another FBI agent with whom he was having an illicit and immoral relationship. This man was the Deputy Assistant Director for the FBI's Counterintelligence Division. He worked on the investigation of former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's use of a private server to conduct, what do you think, official business. According to news reports and according to documents, it looks like he also helped draft Comey's controversial public statement ending that case of Hillary Clinton and emails. Specifically, he apparently edited out language that suggested legal jeopardy for Clinton. Press reports state that he opened the FBI's investigation of allegations of collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia. And it's been reported that he was one of the 2 FBI agents who interviewed former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. Can you imagine if the shoe were on the other foot? What if a high-ranking FBI...
If the shoe, we don't have time to play that. That is Grassley. Go on the internet. It's 31 minutes. Would you imagine if the shoe was on the other foot? It laid out. He laid it all out. Everything we've talked about this show on all week. Peter Strzok, every single thing. Grassley details there. What if the shoe was on the other foot? What if, okay? Mueller should be gone today. The FBI needs a total sweep of the FBI. Justice Department. You got to remember, Sally Yates was the acting Attorney General before Jeff Sessions took over. Now, I don't want to get into a Beauregard, whether I like Beauregard, Jeffrey Sessions or not, okay? Jeffrey Beauregard Sessions. The point is, folks, when it comes to the State Department, when it comes to the State Department, when it comes to the FBI, when it comes to the Department of Justice, this is not going to be a one-term fix. This is absolutely going to take years to try to get this mess figured out, infiltrate it, move it, separate it, get it away, and Trump is working on it every day, and he does not care. He's not in fear of the deep state. The man has zero fear of these people out there. Now, a couple things before we close. Grassley pointed it all out. And, you know, he pointed it all out. You need to watch the entire speech. What if the shoe was on the other foot? House passes concealed carry bill in a win for the GOP and the NRA. The House passed legislation to permit concealed carry license holders to conceal a handgun in other states. The first time Congress has taken action on the bill since President Donald Trump was sworn into office. The Concealed Carry Act to top priority for the National Rifle Association. And other gun right groups passed 231 to 198. 6 House Democrats crossed the aisle and voted for measures while 14 opposed it. Now, here's the thing you want to be careful on, okay? Also included, be careful on this, also included in the House GOP gun package is the proposal to improve the National Instant Criminal Background Check System. The National System for Criminal Background Checks, managed by the FBI, calls for an NICS revamp grew louder after the recent mass shooting in Texas, Sutherland Springs, Texas, which left 26 churchgoers dead. After the shooting, the Air Force revealed it had failed to report the gunman's 2012 conviction on domestic violence to a database which would have barred him from making a lawful gun purchase. Just be careful of what else is in this bill, but you know, concealed weapon, it passed the House. Where does it go now? Another thing, we got the tax plan. Rumors are out there that the tax plan is going to go, the corporate rate, they're looking at the corporate rate, okay, is going to be 22%. The House is looking at 22%. And instead of 20. Hey, I'm in favor of bringing it down to actually 15% if possible. But let's make sure we keep an eye on that corporate rate, and let's make sure we call our congressman and say, get rid of the Obamacare mandate. I have no reason. Can you explain to me any reason whatsoever that you feel the Obamacare mandate should exist and continue, okay, continue in the tax bill? Absolutely not. Now, the Mueller investigation, this is attorney Greg Jarrett. I don't know if you ever see Greg Jarrett on Fox. He does an outstanding job. From time to time, I feel he's a little off, but for the most part, I like listening to the guy. Mueller investigation is from Greg Jarrett. I think I have a picture there. Mueller investigation is illegitimate and corrupt. FBI acting like KGB. Do I have a picture? Greg Jarrett. Okay, attorney and Fox News legal analyst Greg Jarrett said to Hannity Wednesday evening that the Mueller investigation is illegitimate and corrupt. Jarrett also went on to say that the FBI is acting like the old KGB that comes for you in the dark of night. Came from Greg Jarrett, okay. Chuck and Nancy are headed up to Capitol Hill. All right. They're headed up to Capitol Hill, and we're going to find out how important is DACA to this spending bill. Why is DACA, okay, a part of this spending bill? Trump rips Democrats the day before they come up. Chuck and Nancy are headed up this morning. Put Chuck, Nancy, and Donald up there on the screen. Trump rips Dems a day before, ahead of a key White House meeting. That was yesterday, posted on the Hill. President Trump talking about government shutdown. Dems are saying, oh, the president is the only one. And then somebody called Ted Cruz the king of government shutdowns. President Trump on Wednesday ripped into Democratic congressional leaders one day before the critical White House meeting, claiming the party has looked to shut down the government with its demands on immigration. This is Trump. It could happen. It could happen. Don't push me, man. I am the guy that actually came out and I did not, okay? I did not, I kept my campaign promise. I did not lie to the American people. It could happen, Trump told reporters at the White House when asked about the chances of a shutdown. The Democrats are really looking at something that is very dangerous to our country. They are looking at shutting down. Trump took aim at the threats from Democrats to vote against a year-end spending deal unless Congress shields from deportation young immigrants in the U.S. illegally. They want to have illegal immigrants pouring into the country, bringing with them crime. Tremendous amounts of crime, Trump said. We don't have to have that, he said. We want to have a great, beautiful, crime-free country, and we want people coming into our country, but we want them to come on our basis. Wow, what a novel thought. On our basis that we want them to come. So today we'll find out if DACA, how does DACA become a part of the spending bill? I don't know. Okay. I'm going to take a brief break. I'm going to come back. I've got some wrap up I want to do concerning the Roy Moore, age of Roy Moore. And yes, we are on Al Frankenberry watch. We'll look to see if there's anything new about Al Frankenberry while we're on break. Take us a break, Sam.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Papa's Pizza to Go in downtown Blue Ridge is the best in the area all-you-can-eat buffet. Call ahead or order online now at papaspizzatogo.com. Use our convenient pickup window for the best in pizza, subs, wings, breadsticks, salads, and more. And be sure to check out our lively game room. We serve lunch and dinner, catering available, take out or dine in. Papa's Pizza to Go in Blue Ridge, proud sponsors of the Fannin County Rebels.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Broken Bull, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing, is locally owned and operated. Our Simply Noel selection is the largest around. We have a great selection of unique clothing and several lines to choose from for men and women. We carry a beautiful variety of handmade jewelry from Blessed Be and others. All kinds of gifts, starting to carry shoes this fall as well. Come visit us on your next trip to Blue Ridge. We can't wait to meet you at Broken Bull, located in downtown Blue Ridge.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia: Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Folks, I haven't seen anything on the news during the break, and I was looking at a couple other things, but we are on Al Frankenberry watch. Al Frankenberry will be making his, Senator Al Franken will be making his historic statement from the floor of the Senate today. That is being crafted now by Democrats all over to come out and say, we're the party with moral high ground. We're the party of honor, integrity. We are the party that accepts our wrong and looks for ways to move forward in this country with women's rights and equality and singing Kumbaya and allowing people to kneel on the sideline. We are the ones, not the Republicans. You see, we are going to be living in the age of Roy Moore because the Republicans will accept what they've done, but we're not going to. So that's happening today. We're waiting for that. Okay? Now, the faith in the voter guide has come out. The voter guide in Faith and Freedom Coalition, the Faith and Freedom Coalition in Alabama has sent out their voter guide to the voters in Alabama. And on the left side, here are the questions. Doug Jones is on the left. Roy Moore is on the right. Abortion on demand. Doug Jones is a yes. Roy Moore is a no. Repeal Obamacare. Doug Jones is a no. Roy Moore is a yes. Same-sex marriage. Doug Jones is a yes. Roy Moore is a no. Defund Planned Parenthood. Doug Jones is a no. Roy Moore is a yes. Decertify the Iran nuclear deal. Doug Jones is a no. Roy Moore is a yes. Build the border wall. Doug Jones is a no. Roy Moore is a yes. Common Core education. Doug Jones is a yes. Roy Moore is a no. And Trump tax cut plan. Doug Jones is a no. Roy Moore is a yes. That is the voter guide from the Faith and Freedom Coalition that's been put out. I've got 5 minutes left. We're living in the age of Roy Moore. We have a government that may shut down. We have a government that never talks about cutting spending, cutting the budget, cutting entitlements, as we call them, okay? Never addressing them. We have a government that never addresses the crisis that's in front of us with pensions, with public sector pensions that throughout the states. We have a government that never talks about how they plan to financially bankrupt states and take your money and leave you without a pension. We have a government that never talks about any of the hard stuff, nothing in the hard stuff. Because, see, what happened is every once in a while the truth comes out. And see, the truth is they make symbolic gestures. And that came out, and I got to find that guy's name, but he said it on MSNBC when it came to Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, and George W. Bush lying to the American people about recognizing Jerusalem as the capital of Israel and moving our embassy there, which we agreed upon overwhelmingly in 1995. But see, all of those things I just mentioned, the hard things that we never talk about. You see, politicians make symbolic gestures, but when they come in contact with the real world, you see, Trump did not make symbolic gestures. Trump came in contact with the real world first, and his gestures are sincere. That's what they can't take. So when you're looking for a candidate to run, or you're looking for somebody to run, don't get the pom-poms out for one of these rhinos or one of these establishment Republicans. Look for somebody that has contact with the real world first. Because this is what they told me, and I know I keep saying it, symbolic gesture, campaign lie, but when they come in contact with the real world, that's the deep state. So let's get it. See, Trump came in contact with the real world, and they were not symbolic gestures. They were true campaign promises. In the last 2 minutes I have left, we got to fund the government tomorrow. But you're funding your local county. I'm going to ask you to find out if what was published in your legal organ, your budget for your county, your operation budget for your county, what was published in the legal organ matches what they're going to vote on. That's important, number one, because they legally have to publish their proposed budget for your county and your city. Okay? See if it matches the one they vote on. Second, take a minute, because you have counties with millions and millions and millions of dollars in budgets that come from you and your property tax. Take a minute and go line item by line item and see what your money's being spent on. See which budget is going up in what department and what office. See what's happening with your money. I beg you, this month, some of them are already done. But if your budget for your county has not been approved, please go to the public hearing and look at it line item by line item, and go up and ask your commissioners or your city council members or whoever they may be and say, hey, what is this? Why did this go up? Because I'm working on a story now that I'm going to bring up in a county that I'm waiting to clarify something on a line item that may be a typo or may be a mistake. But please, I'm asking you, the budget that you're hearing is going to, the media is going to say, well, they're going to shut down the government. Maybe we should shut down the county, some of these counties. Maybe we should shut down some of these states and not pass these budgets. I'm just asking you to pay attention to your county and see where your property tax money is going. You pay the property tax. Who's getting it? How much is the school getting? What do they do with it? How much are the commissioners getting? What do they do with it? What's it being spent on? I'm your host, BKP. I will be at Circuit World in Blue Ridge tomorrow. That's Circuit World in Blue Ridge, 8 a.m. And hey, Ask the Doc, All-Star Panel, Pet of the Week. A little bit of everything happens on Friday. Don't miss it, 8 a.m., fyntv.com. Take us out of here, Sam.